not a hater. Yeah, I'm just worried about the people on the other network. They gotta be sad tomorrow.
Stop. American Express halftime
gonna
report.
Be sad and crying.
American Express halftime report from Studio J in Atlanta.
The Lakers lost.
Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley.
Oh man, you don't never leave nothing alone.
I thought it was only right I started off with that clip that was from a Lakers versus Knicks game at halftime, where you hear Charles Barkley mocking other people on the networks, crying because the Lakers he thought were going to lose. They ended up winning that game. But the point I'm making is this Lakers game that just happened to pass by, the Lakers versus Celtics, this was a big game being promoted by ESPN as a potential NBA Finals matchup, which I could see. I don't think it was totally off. And despite Charles Barkley going back and forth with Stephen A. and Kendrick Perkins in regards to how much ESPN covers the Lakers, they definitely made sure to get those two on NBA Countdown for the coverage of the game before halftime. It was nationally televised on ABC. Disney owns, obviously, ABC and ESPN. Let's get into this game because I'm going to also break down the footage and really get into the dynamics beyond just the box score and the highlight dunks and stuff like that you often see. I got to start off by saying the Lakers and Celtics both had injuries. The Lakers didn't have their starting center Jackson Hayes, and the Celtics didn't have Kristaps Porzingis. Obviously, Porzingis is the better player than Hayes, but when it comes to the actual team roster chemistry and who needs who more, the Lakers needed Jackson Hayes more. The Celtics have proved that they could win without Porzingis, and when they get him back, it's just an added bonus. As a result, the Lakers did a really small ball lineup where they had Jared Vanderbilt at center. And when I get to the defensive clips in this video of what the Boston Celtics did, you'll see why I brought up Jackson Hayes. They could have used a lob threat to alleviate some pressure and take a break off of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. All right, let's get into this first clip I want to show. The very first play of the game, LeBron James passes the ball to Austin Reeves in the corner. He sets a pick, and right here he gets a switch. Austin Reeves gives the ball back to LeBron James. The Celtics are all watching him. LeBron flips a pass to the opposite side of the court, hits his teammate open for a three-point shot. The reason why I'm showing this play is because I believe the Lakers went away from this in the game and tried to pick too much on Al Horford, which resulted in a lot of one-on-one basketball, in my opinion, that made the Lakers offense more predictable and stagnant. I am a believer that you're supposed to exploit the mismatch. Why run a play when you have that mismatch right there and then? You still got to mix it in, especially since Al Horford did a good job and he got some praise on social media for that as well. So what you're seeing on the screen now are literally some, and I mean, yes, some of the plays where Al Horford was being exploited, or they tried to, and they literally just stopped the offense. Everyone is watching, as you can see in these plays, and it's Luka going one-on-one or LeBron trying to go one-on-one, and it's not really resulting in a basket. There's one play you see where they did get a score. Maybe in the others you'll see a few more, but overall, if you sat down and watched this game from first to the fourth quarter, this is a lot of the Lakers offense. There wasn't a lot of plays, and that's where maybe you got to look at JJ Redick and say, again, I know you have to exploit the mismatch, I understand, but if it's not working, Al Horford's doing a good job, you're just not getting the basket, then you got to put more of an emphasis on running actual set plays. Now, if exploiting mismatches was JJ Redick's focal point, he should have got whoever Derek White was guarding to set a screen for LeBron James, get the switch down low in the post, and attack from there. This would have been a better option. As good as Derek White is, these are a couple of plays where LeBron James did what I just said, which ended up in a couple of baskets and probably more out there as well. This is what I really wanted to get into as I started this video. The Boston Celtics defense, especially in the third quarter. There was a stat I heard one of the commentators say that the Lakers had more turnovers than they did field goals. You could double check that if you want. The defense in particular on Luka Doncic, what Jaylen Brown was doing. You see other plays where other guys are losing the ball or having issues, but Luka Doncic in particular and Jaylen Brown just smothering him. It was amazing to watch. That's what won the game. Not even the 40 points that Jayson Tatum had or any other stat you want to look at. Then yes, Luka did have 34 points. If you watched this game and did what I would call, and some other people say as well, the eye test, well, Luka Doncic didn't have a great game. Even on this play, to sum up what I really mean, this is Jrue Holiday just harassing Austin Reeves. He can't even get the ball past half court too easy. Okay, he gets a switch. Peyton Pritchard's on him, who's another good on-ball defender. He can't get the pick and roll there. Peyton Pritchard is in between him and the basket. Tough shot. The Boston Celtics get the rebound. That's what a lot of the possessions look like for the Lakers. up until maybe mid to end third quarter, going into the fourth, where they started making a comeback as the Celtics were up by 22 or 25 at some point in the game. And this started off with the Lakers going really hot. It looked like the Lakers maybe would have blown out the Celtics at first in the first quarter. Then the Celtics went up big. The Lakers came back, made it a competitive game. At this point, this is where Luka Doncic was heating up. He was hitting more shots, not really turning over the ball as much. Unfortunately, LeBron James left the game towards the end with a growing injury. As the Lakers were making their comeback in that late fourth quarter, they didn't have LeBron James to really anchor the ship. Had he stayed in the game, maybe the Celtics would have lost and the Lakers pulled off a really great comeback against a championship team like the Celtics, which gets me into the topic and the main point of this whole video, or at least the thumbnail and what you see in the title. Do you see this as the NBA Finals, Lakers versus Celtics? I think Boston Celtics will come out of the East. There's been a lot of talk about the Cleveland Cavaliers, who are a great team as well. I've done videos on them. I just believe in a 7-game series, and based off of a couple of the matchups I did where I was breaking down similar the game footage as you see now I did in the Cavs matchups, I don't think they go well against the Celtics. I see Jayson Tatum exploited Evan Mobley and having a great series against that team, and I don't think they have a flat-out superstar to go toe-to-toe with Jayson Tatum as good as Donovan Mitchell is. The real question would be, do the Lakers come out of the West? They definitely have the offensive talent to do so. We saw the Dallas Mavericks do it with really just Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. And I think one of the reasons why Dallas lost the series against the Celtics last year was Kyrie Irving was just under so much harassment when it came to the Celtics defense. It made me wonder if Luka had somebody else who was playing at least as good as he was, not to say he had the best series, but he played better than Kyrie Irving, how would that turn out? Well, now we got LeBron James. So I'm very interested, and I hope the Lakers get out the West and make it to the NBA Finals. I would love to see how Luka and LeBron do versus Luka and Kyrie against the Celtics. To end things off, we could go over the box scores. LeBron James, 22 points, 14 rebounds, 9 assists. He left the game a little bit early, still played 34 minutes. Austin Reeves had 16 points. Luka Doncic had 34 points, 8 rebounds, only 3 assists. Usually you see Luka Doncic up there with 8, 9. Wasn't really finding his teammates, or couldn't, since the Celtics, again, were playing such great defense. If we switch over to the Boston Celtics, on the other hand, it looks a lot different. As you see, Jaylen Brown with 31 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Jayson Tatum, 40 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists. Al Horford, nothing flashy, 14 points, 9 rebounds, but he played excellent defense, as you saw in the clips, every time they tried to ISO him. And that was really it. There's nothing else that stands out. I think the plays I showed really speak for themselves. Y'all let me know in the comment section what you think of the game. As always, salute for listening. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.